Kia ora tātou, ko waiahau, no Wairarapa ahau, ko Ngāti Kahungunu ki Wairarapa, raua ko Rangitāne o Wairarapa oku iwi, ko Jamie Hooper tōku ingoa. I work in the Ngā Whiako a Ngā Tauira student experience team, and more specifically in the student achievement team. I've been at Massey now for just coming up 12 years. I've had a couple of stints learning te reo, once just out of high school, and things stick in your roro a little bit easier when you're a teenager than when you're an adult. But in saying that, I think learning as an adult is also cool, and you're not comparing yourself to when you're a teenager, you're not comparing yourself to anyone else, you're comparing yourself to your current or your present you. So just ask yourself, is my te reo better than it was yesterday? Is my te reo better this week than it was last week? Yeah, there's a lot of examples in te reo, like we use the word tātou. We don't really have a translation for that in English, so it's a very inclusive us. So when we say kia ora tātou, we're talking about everyone. So it's just little things like that. You really learn a bit more about a culture by embracing and learning the language, the reo. Probably the other benefits, definitely your English gets a lot better, your English grammar. I think before you learn languages, you don't know what a transitive verb is or an intransitive verb, you don't know passive active voice or what a present continuous or past continuous is, so you learn a lot more about that sort of thing. So that's another benefit. And definitely with our ākonga, I think it strengthens connections and breaks down a lot of barriers, especially with our ākonga Māori. I think my favourite phrase is probably patua te whakamā, no mai te hapa. So whakamā is kind of like a sense of shame or embarrassment. Patua is to hit or beat, or to overcome. So to overcome that sort of sense of shame or embarrassment, the second part of that is no mai te hapa. No mai means welcome the mistakes. So I think the only way to really learn a language is to have that sort of that culture of being happy to make mistakes, otherwise you just can't learn. I think for me, something that's helped me learn te reo this year is I've enrolled in a course at Massey, te reo whakahoahoa, so socialising in te reo Māori. And it's just nice to have access to a kaiako, to be able to ask questions that you can't do when you're learning just through books or other ways. For me, the other part that I really love is listening to audiobooks. So I've got the Hemi Kelly audiobook, Māori Phrase a Day. I've got the Scotty Morrison audiobook. I listen to those all the time. Also podcasts, Everyday Māori, that's also Hemi Kelly podcast. I listen to it all the time. So in the car, when I get a chance, have it on. Mowing the lawn, listen to it with my headphones, and just listen to it again and again and again till it kind of sinks into that roro. I think people should learn te reo Māori, certainly in New Zealand context. It's a big part of our culture. It's something that makes New Zealand unique as a country, te reo Māori, Māori culture. I think the other benefit is, like I mentioned before, it gives you a much deeper understanding of the culture that you're in. I think a lot of Pākehā also struggle with, I've noticed over the years, a lot more willingness to try, but there's also that whakamā, that shame, embarrassment about making mistakes. And, so just get in there, no mai te hapa, be happy to make mistakes, and it will come.